Welcome to the channel, with this being the first review slash stacking video of this series. The Novich SSG24, a gun that came to our lives as the one and only fully upgraded sniper rifle out of the box. What? Fully upgraded out of the box? That's... wow, incredible! Wait, when I say fully upgraded out of the box, I'm actually saying fully upgraded out of the box. These can't be further from the truth. I like to divide these into categories: performance, that we will address in another video, and sound, that is the target topic of today's video. I mean, it's a gun that performs well above the average, but is still too loud and can be improved. I'm planning to do a new video with a step-by-step doing all the modifications regarding performance and sound. But today I will list the modifications that you can do to silence your SSG24 for good. I'm gonna start with the gun already disassembled, at least the parts that matter. So let's start from the inside to the outside of the gun. Start with the spring guide. If you notice, it already has aluminum tape. How do you do this? It's easy. You put your spring and you see if it wobbles or not. Okay, in this case it doesn't because I already have, but if it wobbles a little bit, what you're gonna do is take a little bit of tape, put it, and make sure with your finger it stays really glued to the point that it almost looks like a brand new spring guide, as you see. So make sure you spend some time taking all air bubbles out of the tape, and with this you will stop having the quonk, as I said, sound. So as you see, I don't know, maybe this camera shows better, there's half a millimeter or a millimeter top of space to let the spring operate normally. This goes in. All right, now this was quite some risky for me. I drill a hole in the rubber. In my case, I used M4 by 20 millimeters, and I screw it to the rubber and glue it, and just to make sure it doesn't make any contact and harm, I use a little bit of Teflon tape around, not only to enlarge the air brake, but also to protect it and not damage this piece. So that is one. Here I use a new this was a 70-degree pad that I bought on Scream Shop, and it actually makes a hell of a difference on the impact. So together with air brake and this pad, oh, that makes a difference. So this is the inside the cylinder, so put that in. So that's the cylinder mods for the SSG24, the ones that I did and made a difference altogether. Now, as you can see, here, let's go to this point. I use this isolation tool. I open. Oh, my head cam is catching up everything, and pretty much I measure the best size. So let's say I'm happy with this size. The cylinder goes inside without touching, that's what I want, and I secure this with electrical tape, as you see. Okay, this made a hell of a difference.
together with this one. So you need to unscrew and do the same thing. The reason I put everything on black electrical tape is just for aesthetics, to be honest, not to have a gray tube on top. So for that reason I put everything black, and that's it. Now in the barrel, I'm not gonna disassemble everything, so I took the tip out. I hope you can see what I did. Exactly the same tube. In this case I had to warm it a little bit so it would shrink and fit the barrel, and I have it all the way here. Okay, another good thing about this is will never leave the proper place, so I don't have to do gymnastics to fit it. So let's put it back together. Hope so far you guys understand, or at least catching on the camera. I'm gonna check when I get home if everything is fine. Now the stock. Oh, careful not to lose this. All right, the stock. I used this foam. I have a little bit here that I order, anti-acoustic or anti-acoustic, anti-sound foam, whatever you want to call it. Cut it in pieces and fill up the empty spaces. Also inside here, there's 2 screws. You can take it and filled the inside, and echo from the stock with the sound. Not only it's reduced because of this, but also because of this mod over here. So the sound is really small in this case in the stock itself. Okay, as you see, one of the perks of having isolation tube between the outer barrel and inner barrel, not only for the sound but for this, it's right there in place, and also to stabilize the inner barrel. That also, it's also a good perk of having this. The Melodic silencer has some good things and some other not so efficient things. So I took everything out, the foam that was inside, and what I did with Scotch-Brite and EVA. EVA is this kind of sponge. It will be used as a barrier inside the silencer for the sound. So I'm making chambers inside the silencer. So Scotch-Brite, in this case from 3M, my favorite. What I have inside, not of this, is a different diameter. This is something I had at home, just to explain you. I have 1 disc of EVA, 2 discs of Scotch-Brite, and 1 disc of EVA, and then 2, 1, 2. You know the drill now.
Now, I start to diverge a bit from the topic, but in the next clips you will see the before, a stock SSG24 with a short barrel and suppressor, and the after modifications SSG24 also with a short barrel. I recorded with 3 different cameras from 2 different perspectives. The first being the sniper perspective, and the second 1 meter in front of the barrel. Keep in mind that the sound presented is not 100% faithful to reality. Microphones tend to limit and compress sound, making high sounds lower, like the stock SSG, and low higher, like my own SSG. In reality, after the modifications, it's closer to a silence fart. I hope you enjoyed and understand. If you have any questions, please feel free to do so on the comment section below. I will gladly answer to you. And hit the subscribe and bell to get a notification when the second video of this subject is released, where I will address the performance and sound modifications on a step-by-step video. But until then, have fun, play airsoft, call your hits, Griffin out.